Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger and I'm coming at you with League of Legends, and this is the unsung hero of the Aram series. And this time I'm playing Master Yi, and this is pre-nerf Yi. The patch just came out last night where they released Lucian and the two skins, Arcade Aram and Riot Blitzcrank. And Master Yi has received a nerf, or I wouldn't call it so much a nerf as a fix. They didn't actually nerf too much in him. They just kind of move things around to try and make his kit a little bit more balanced. So yeah, this is pre-nerf Yi. But I'm actually going to start this video by saying, in terms of uploading, I know I haven't uploaded the past couple days. The first day I was just exhausted. Yesterday I didn't upload because I got some pretty bad news, and I'm just going to touch on it real quick. I'm not going to go too much in depth. My mother contacted me via Skype yesterday and told me that she has been told she has a blockage in her heart. Now, at first I was very concerned, but she said that the doctors actually want to try medication first and see if it'll unblock on its own, which means it's not overly serious yet, but it can become serious. So that in itself was disturbing enough. But partway into the conversation, my mother started breaking down and started crying. And that hit me pretty hard. I haven't seen my mother face to face in person since I moved to Hawaii 13 years ago. You know, and everything just kind of came out, you know, that she really hasn't seen anyone family-wise in a while. She's alone, she's lonely, she's scared most of all. You know, this is something that, if she has to go for surgery, will be the scariest surgery she's ever had, regardless of what type of surgery they do, and it's really nerve-wracking for her. And that hit me pretty hard, being away from home, not seeing her for so long, not being able to be there when she needs me. So I'm going to take this time and this opportunity to take a small break. As I said before, you may remember if you've watched my previous videos that I'll be going on vacation for a few days soon. Not very long, just a couple of days. And well, I'm going to kind of extend that. I'm either going to, yeah, Ash was a little late on this game, but it's alright. I just wanted to use it more for a backdrop, but I'll go into the video in a minute. So this is probably the last video I'm going to upload this week until Tuesday when I get back, and maybe even Wednesday, because I don't know if I'll feel up to recording after I come out of Hana on Tuesday. Hana's a very trying drive. It's very long, very curvy, narrow road, so it can be quite trying even on somebody who's driven it as much as I have. So yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday most likely will be when my next videos upload. Whether I do 1 or 2 videos tonight remains to be seen. Right now it's just this one, but we'll see. So just letting you folks know, I know I haven't uploaded, like I said, in the past couple days, and there's not going to be any more uploads this week, at least for a little while, and then hopefully we'll be back in the saddle. I've really felt that my commentaries have been subpar pretty much to begin with. So yeah, hopefully we can get back on track. Anyways, as I said, this is pre-nerf Master Yi. And even beforehand, he's still, before his nerfs, he's still pretty weak in the early game. And we did give up First Blood. They have a somewhat better poke comp than we do with Ashe and Twisted Fate and all that. As you see, they have better poke than we do. But we, if you look at our team, have a much better level 6 team fight. Between Gragas and Malphite and Misfortune and Fiddlesticks, that's a lot of AoE damage, and they don't have a ton of CC. They do have the Ashe Arrow for stun. They do have a silence from Karthus. They, let's see, that's, yeah, they have the stun from Twisted Fate. That's what I was looking for. They do have a stun from Twisted Fate, so they do have some CC, but not nearly enough to handle what's going on, what's going to happen around level 6. So, yeah, we're going to suffer, as you can see here earlier. Malphite's about to go down, and you see the rest of my team's low. So it's only a matter of time before things fall apart in the early game. But it's not a terrible thing. And we almost... There we go. The Crow Bounce manages to pick off Kha'Zix, so that's pretty good. You know, Master Yi, even before his nerf, was more about making it to the point that he can start really dishing out damage and doing a lot. You know, early on, he's still quite vulnerable. Of course, this was pre-nerf, and he's probably going to be about the same even now, as I'm trying to just Alpha Strike minions and then get out using my health potions, my mana potions, although I think I've only used one mana potion, if any, I don't remember. And then using Meditate to try and heal up some of that damage. And man, I don't agree with standing still, and that's why. Usually if you're on the move and you're moving, if something does come after you like that, it's easy to get out of the way. And I immediately go in and so much, almost, but not quite. So yeah, I'm going to pick up this over Malphite just because I'm a greedy bastard. And another quick Alpha Strike, more damage. I do activate my ult, but I for whatever reason go after Ashe and not Karthus. I probably could have killed Karthus and then Alpha Struck and killed again, but nah, I was a big artard when it came to that and just completely screwed it up. And the Fiddlesticks ult goes almost nowhere, but he does manage to kill Evelyn, and he almost got Twisted Fate. If there was some bounce in there, he might have been able to get that. And then Karthus kind of ulties, leaps, he gets feared, he gets drained, and Misfortune ulti does manage to pick him off kind of in the last volley. He was right on the edge, not able to get out of it. So now you can start seeing the effectiveness of our level 6. The Misfortune ult, the Fiddlesticks ult, you know, we have a lot of AoE damage. We have a lot of late game potential. Why Gragas didn't pop his barrel was beyond me there. He had every opportunity to kill Twisted Fate, but he ended up giving it up to the Malphite ulti, which would have been much better served on a group initiation rather than just going for the kill on TF that Gragas could have easily picked up. But either way, I believe I died again, or am I just... Yeah, I died again. Or I DC'd, one or the other. Which is fine. As you can see, I am going for the Blade of the Ruined King. Standard opener for any high damage ADC kind of thing I'm doing. I am using attack damage reds, armor yellows, magic resist per level blues, and I believe I'm using movement speed quints. I'm using my Olaf page. And of course my masteries are 2190. You know, once you get the Blade of the Ruined King on Master Yi, you can really start dishing out damage, and it's pretty easy to stack up from there. You know, it's not too difficult to start stacking up your damage from there. And I'm interested to see what happens to Master Yi after the Malphite's dead, right there. I'm interested to see what happens to Master Yi now that he's been tweaked. Again, I don't call it so much of a nerf. They changed things around, but they didn't actually do too much raising or lowering. To me, a nerf is when you raise something or you lower something, like cooldowns or damage or ratios or things like that. And that's not what happened, you know? And it was kind of a given that Fiddle was going to go down, and I'm hoping the team overcommits, especially with Gragas coming in. There's the Misfortune ulti. Doesn't get anyone, but deals a lot of damage. I'm trying to remain in the background, and then I finally decide to commit because I see Ashe is almost dead. And I get the kill on Ashe, and I continue on to Twisted Fate. I'm under the tower. I know I'm going to die, but I still pick up a nice double kill out of it. And Barrow, you fool! You fool! So... yeah, double kill to Kha'Zix. I pick up 2. And why Misfortune was running away is beyond me there. I'm pretty sure she could blow Karthus up if she wanted to. So, they're 15-9 on us, so they do have a lead. They also have what's closing in on a 2K gold lead. But again, our level 6 is starting to show. You know, it's getting that little bit stronger. Our Fiddlesticks ulti is available. It's the only one right now. But that in and of itself is scary enough to decimate a team that overcommits. And I'm surprised Fiddle didn't go into the bush and then come back out. Again, I'm just going gung-ho. I was committing in on Karthus until he ran away. I just barrier out, meditate up as much as the damage as I can. So Karthus is, not Karthus, Casson. Have I been calling him Karthus this entire time? Oh Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I know how frustrating it is to you guys. I know how frustrating it is to me when I watch certain guys like Northern Lion and he's playing Binding of Isaac and he calls something wrong or he gets what an item does wrong and he's been playing the game, you know, he's almost like 600 episodes. So I know how frustrating that is to keep constantly hearing somebody call something the wrong thing. So yeah, Cassidon's almost dead. That's a nice arrow from Ash, and you would think that Malphite would have gone down, but no. He remains with a sliver of health. This is kind of where it comes to the point it's almost better to just die. But I understand not wanting to give up the kills. Besides, if he can get a good unstoppable force and not die in the middle of it, which I've seen happen, then it could still be quite effective. But no, he's going to go down. And beautiful ulti from Misfortune allows for a pickup kill. I know I'm dead, but I'm like, you know, screw it. But somehow I live. I continue to live. Okay, now I die. I lived for quite a bit. And you can see Misfortune just kind of going ham there. And she picks up both Ash and Twist of Fate, I believe, on a double up. So again, our late game coming into fruition with a Misfortune ult. Just kind of annihilating everybody there. And I still managed to deal out quite a bit of damage, even though I was pretty hurt. Now, I picked up the recurve bow. I am going for the razor. I forget what the hell it's called in this, so we'll see it when it comes up. Oh my, pardon me. I did not mean that. But yeah, health percentage based damage, even if they're lower health, is still quite a lot. You know, there's nothing to worry about on it. And I just committed into the fight. There's one. And Eve comes in. I ignore Eve. I go for Twisted Fate, who's a bigger end time danger. And I still pick up a double kill off that. Although they do get two of ours as well, it still was separate, and again, I've picked up a couple kills to my own credit. Now, right now, Fiddlesticks, he doesn't have Flash, but he does have his ulti. It would not be beyond him to be able to just go in and ulti. And why he feared and didn't start draining was really beyond me. He could have easily done that, and just the damage Misfortune is doing, and the flash coming way too late as the auto attack was already on the way and picked off Eve right there. Eve's a really tough one to play yeah. In Aram. This is really hard. And I just immediately commit on Ash because there's no way she can stop me. And I just continue to commit. Now I back out. I'm attacking minions to try and pick up some health and meditate it up. And ooh, nice combo there between Gragas and Misfortune with the ultis. And again, that level 6 coming into play. So much AoE damage. It's such a high percentage of the damage. It's quite a lot to handle, especially when you don't have a lot of CC. I mean, they don't have a good engage. Pardon me. They don't have a good engage beyond the Ash Arrow. Maybe the Evelyn ult, but that's about it. This would be a good team maybe on Summoner's Rift in the early, where you could like pop back and forth. And here I come back in. I haven't died yet, obviously. I just was going back to heal and grab health items and whatnot. It's they might have been a good team going for an early to mid game, and I don't know what Kha'Zix was thinking there. He thought I was going to be an early pickoff. But he found out the wrong way. And there we go. Fiddlesticks ult. And it was like, screw this. I don't know why I went to meditate there. I kind of knew I was gonna die, so I went to meditate, and I just went screw it. And Evelyn actually does a good job here, as we get kited around like dumbasses and end up dying. So that was actually a decent job by Evelyn to do that. But again, it's just a matter of time, really, with a team comp like this. We could easily screw it up, but we probably won't, which is easy to say. Again, just the damage from Misfortune, as she stands there, and I come in, pop my ulti, immediately go on Ashe, waiting for the Alpha Strike, bam, double kill. So a nice triple kill out there, I believe. Yeah, I picked up Ashe, so that was a really nice triple kill that I picked up on them, as they basically stay too long and overcommitted. Sometimes I preach the benefits of going and dying, but sometimes it does actually help to fall back and defend, and they had enough health where they could have held a tower, I think. But in the long run, I don't know how much it would have mattered, just to be honest. Oh, I hate doing that as Gragas, unless that was a glitch. No, it wasn't. It's when you start to drink you start to use your Drunken Rage, but you don't finish channeling it, so you don't get the benefits of it. I really hate when that happens, man. It drives me nuts when I do that. So we're playing a fallback game right now, which I'm not sure why. We have a Malphite ult, we have a Gragas ult, we have Misfortune ult. This would actually be a good time, especially right now where they're all grouped up like that, to go for an engage, but that's not what we're doing. We're actually just playing a fallback. Especially against a team with so much poke, I'm not sure why. You know, now that I look at it. And there's a good engage. There we go. There's the Misfortune ult, Gragas ult. And one. Not done yet. 2, 3, quadra kill, 4, and yeah, I ended up losing. I don't know who got it, but man, pentakills continue to elude me. It is so annoying. I really just want this tower to kill me so I can go back and buy it, but here we go. Katai's Blood Razor, I believe that's how it's called. But yeah, I just get myself executed so I can go back and buy, and Gragas is going to do the same thing. So that's especially helpful when you get a quadra kill. You don't want to give up to shutdown. But man, so annoying. This is the third game, I think, in recent times from when I played it, that I've gotten a quadra kill but could not secure the pentakill. Now, to me, pentakills are not as important. In Fiddlesticks getting a little bit cocky there, but still ended up getting Kha'Zix killed, so it was okay. It was a trade of 1 for 1. I really don't think it would be a smart idea for Cassin to go in. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Honestly, I couldn't gauge at this point, especially, there we go. I ignore Cassin and I just go straight for their damage dealers, Ashe, and there we go. 1, Alpha Strike 2, continuing to go. I do die, but I still almost get Eve. And bam! Nice ulti by Gragas. And Fiddlesticks is up, and I don't know exactly what Evelyn was thinking. Underestimating the Gragas barrel, I guess, but she ends up getting taken out. And there is Kha'Zix, who actually does a nice stealth, but there is a Fiddlesticks there. And the overpowered fear with Drain and Gragas abilities, and he just dies very, very quickly. So it was actually a decent play by Kha'Zix to go for that, because, you know, if he figured it'd be a 1v1, and Kha'Zix probably could have beaten Gragas out. But the problem is, man, Misfortune just dealing a ton of damage, and Twisted Fate falling to the same thing that Kha'Zix did. Just that fear, and Malphite ulti. Fiddlesticks, I don't know if he was going for his ulti, if that was a drain or what, but he got, whatever it was, it got cancelled. But I'm back in the game now, and I pick up another double kill. So I think I've had an unofficial triple kill, a quadra kill, and several double kills. Yeah, Master Yi was so broken. It's a matter of time to see if he still is. No fear, just absolutely no fear on Kha'Zix. Why I'm not hitting the... yeah. As Casson, I really don't think you should be continuing to harass a Master Yi, especially when I can just Alpha Strike and... oh, man, that's too much. Yeah, you know, by now I've got the King Blade, the Blood Razor, and I've actually got a BF Sword. I've almost got an Infinity Edge, basically. I'm right on the edge of having an Infinity Edge. So, yeah, there is that. So, just going back, picking up a few things. I'm picking up some health because I'm really at a point where even if I never get an Infinity Edge, I'm beyond dangerous. And you saw... I don't know, felt like the angle was a little off. I could be wrong. Now I'm going to screw with it and fuck it up. Oh my god, pardon me, I'm sorry. I usually pay a little bit better attention. Pop the ulti, go into the Alpha Strike on Ashe, dice her up, try and figure out who to focus on next. Another Alpha Strike, and 2... and I don't get 3... There we go. And I'm going to die to the turret, but at this point, it's kind of a moot point. I do end up going down, and I do end up buying an Infinity Edge, but it doesn't matter anymore. The game's over. So Master Yi, that was my last video of his incarnation pre-nerf, and man, he was so broken. Is he still broken? Well, that remains to be seen. I haven't had a chance to play him. I haven't seen him in a game, but I've heard some mumblings that he's still fairly overpowered. I don't know the term overpowered is right, but more the term of broken I think applies a little bit better. But time will tell, time will tell. So as I've said, this will probably be the last video. I may do one more and upload it tonight as well. And there'll be the last 2 videos until at least Tuesday night, if not Wednesday, because I'm going to take a break and absorb in some of the news that I've gotten, and I'm going to go enjoy my vacation out of the house and away from everything for a few days. So until then, folks, I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I will see you then.